We talk a lot with our team about the fact that there's a difference between playing poorly and shooting poorly. And I feel like tonight we played well enough to win the game. We did not shoot well enough to win the game. We're under 50% in the paint, 24.5% from three. And that makes it really hard to win for a couple of reasons. One, obviously, you need the ball to go in. Two, playing that much transition defense in a game, especially against a team like that, is hard. That being said, they made two threes at the end of the game that make the score look different. But I was really proud of the way that our team played. And our objective every night is to continue, as we're building these habits, to play at a level where we can win the game. And the first quarter in particular, we missed a bunch of layups, we missed some open threes, and that's just the way that it goes sometimes. And over the course of 82 games, I anticipate there being a couple of nights where you just don't make any. And tonight was one of those nights, but if you take that piece out, really proud of how the team played.
What stood out about the team's defense as well, whether it was just the movement, the communication, it seemed a little stronger tonight maybe than others?
Yeah, I thought our team did a really good job of recognizing that our priority was to show a crowd to Giannis. They did a good job of understanding personnel, who we needed to try to close out to and who we need to try to make the ball find a little bit. I think our switching's gotten more physical. For us to hold that team to 7 offensive rebounds, especially when we're playing some smaller lineups, I think we're showing a lot of growth in our physicality around the basket. So, there are certain teams in the league that are more unique than others. This is one of them because of the presence of Giannis. But I thought our team handled themselves well with our physicality.
This might be kind of a big question to ask after a loss, but I'm wondering, even after losses, even on poor shooting nights or whatever the record might be, when you kind of look at your team bird's eye view, what your thoughts are about potential, about the future, and just how you feel about how things are going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm really excited about where we're going, and I'm really excited about the people that we have in our organization. That's players, staff. I think, when you talk about being a winning organization and building a winning culture, the people are everything. And I think we've done a really good job in terms of the people we've put in our locker room and the people that we've put around them. I enjoy coming to work every day. I'm proud to be a part of this organization. So I think we're all excited about the future and what we're building. And these guys obviously do an incredible job of representing our group and our fan base every night with how they conduct themselves on and off the floor.
Cody's first double-double, what was he able to show tonight?
Yeah, I think the points are fine. Obviously playing smaller, rebounding is a huge thing, and I thought Cody did a great job pursuing the ball tonight. He's got really good instincts. He's got great length. He's a good athlete. Cody is asked to do a lot defensively. He's high on the floor a lot, guarding the ball. And I thought tonight he did a good job of going from those positions back to the free throw line area to try to rebound. There's a lot of long misses in our league with the amount of threes that are taken. And so we need our perimeter players to become great at digging out those 50-50 balls around the free throw line. I thought Cody did a good job tonight.
Where do you think Ace is as a team defender when he's not on ball?
He's doing great. The truth is Ace fouled out because he had to rescue his teammates a few times. And the couple possessions where we didn't do a good job of showing Giannis a crowd high on the floor, when he breaks the free throw line, you're in a bad spot. And Ace did a great job of not giving up dunks. That's just the way it goes sometimes. But I think Ace's recognition of that and understanding that he needed to sort of sacrifice himself in those moments and not just get out of the way and let Giannis dunk it is a great signal of his growth.